Greetings and welcome to another Diablo 4 video. Today I want to show you the Death Trap Rogue in the Season 8 variant, and this build is nuts. It's borderline broken, maybe it is even broken, maybe it will get fixed over the next 1 to 2 weeks from the developers, because this is insanely strong. And yes, I'm in Torment 3 right now, but it can easily go to Torment 4. I just have to fix my resistances a bit, because I'm running really not great gear, as you will see in a second. Like, some of this stuff is borderline questionable, but we are still like doing insane amount of damage with Death Trap, and the sky is the limit. So how does this work? And this is kind of based on, well, my own thoughts before the season, but I haven't made a build with it in like any kind of planner. But there is a build from what's his name, from Sanctum. I'm gonna link it in the description below on Mobalytics, and he made like this kind of build. I mean, there are some variations to it, and I also put in some variation right now, but yeah, it is very well detailed and very well explained how it works, so check that out for more. And yeah, we're gonna go over it here also in a second. Quickly, the skill tree, I opted for Blade Shift and Enhanced Blade Shift. I'm actually using it, and I will explain that in a minute. And then we got Stutter Step with Sturdy for more close damage reduction. We got Shadow Step with Methodical. I'm actually currently not using Shadow Step, but this is like in the original build. But I'm using Blade Shift for now because I don't have like the actual optimal gear, but it's still working great, so you will see. And then Caltrops with Methodical, although I'm kind of thinking of doing a Smoke Grenade, but anyways. And Stable Elixir with Trick Attacks. We have Dash with Discipline Dash for knockdowns. And then we also got Concealment with Subverting Concealment. This is very, very nice because it will guarantee that our Death Trap will always crit. And then Dark Shroud with Enhanced Dark Shroud. And then, of course, these passive as well. We also got Mending Obscurity for some healing. And then Shadow Imbuement for Mixed Shadow Imbuement. Dead Eye, since we are throwing our traps with Scoundrel's Ladders, we are actually, we could go distant, and we are distant sometimes. And we get some mechanical advantage. Actually thinking about it, I don't even know what applies poison right now. Maybe I missed it because I haven't. It's a tempering on the weapon which I haven't tempered. You will see my gear is very, very scuffed, and we are breezing to Torment 3. Even for Torment 4, I'm doing hundreds of millions of damage. I even saw 1 billion damage, on the boss. Unfortunately, I didn't record it. So Death Trap, and then Aftermath is very important. And then Momentum, and you would think like, why Momentum? It doesn't do anything for our traps. Well, it gives percentage to maximum energy. And this is the very important part right here. And why do we need that? Because we are using Banished Lord's Talisman, which makes it so that if we spend 275 of our primary resource, our next core skill is guaranteed to overpower, and critical strikes at overpower deal more damage. And our trap, or Death Trap, is a core skill thanks to Scoundrel's Threaders. So you get what I'm saying? It's all coming together right now. Unfortunately, we don't have 275 primary resource because I actually need Beastfall Boots with a max resource GA. I don't have that yet. I will look for it, and then it will be bonkers. Beastfall Boots, again, when you cast ultimate skill, your next core skill consumes all of your energy and deals increased damage. Well, we have an ultimate skill that's also a core skill, so we can just spam the ultimate skill and benefit from this, benefit from preparation, reducing our cooldowns and our ultimate cooldown exactly, and also using the ultimate will reset the other cooldowns. And then this will consume our energy, which then activates Banished Lord's Talisman. So this is kind of the loop. These are mandatory uniques that you need. Not sure if you really need Eyes in the Dark. It just boosts our damage by that much. And you see here, this is a 70% roll. My gear is really, really bad, actually. It's like entry-level ancestral gear. Then on the helmet, importantly, you also need a greater affix or maximum resource. So overall, you want 275 with the resource elixir and with 10 stacks of momentum. So actually you need like I think 225. And then when you have momentum, you get like another percentage on top of that, right? And yeah, then you want a chance to death trap to deal double damage. I mean, it's all really outlined in the build. I will link that below. We're using Urva's Love Bombs for now. I have also seen footage where Harbinger's Hatred Volley's main power is kind of insane. So we need to keep an eye on that. Thoros Rage for more text. When you see this is a rank 1 boss power, this is a rank 1 boss power, this is a rank 15, but it's also only supporting. And Incinerate is max rank for giving us more damage. Paragon, everything to enhance our death trap. We got the versatility right here. Although I'm kind of not sure if this is working or not. It is in the guide, so I'm thinking it is, but it says non-basic and non-core skills deal increased damage. But our death trap is now, it is now that, and it's also a core skill. So does it work? Does it not work? There's further testing to be done. Headhunter for more damage. We got Deadly Ambush for more crit strike damage on traps. We got Eldritch Bounty, really important, giving us 30% increased damage. 2 shadow damage because we're using Shadow Imbuement. Then Explosive because of our aspects, making our death trap a stun grenade, also giving us more damage. And this Galvanized Slashers aspect also gives us 20 max energy, or up to 35. And you can see here again, it would be better to have like a max aspect to really stack up the energy. Sorry, I'm jumping a little bit. And we also have Dance Macabre. Makes sense. We just always like switching in between. We're using Concealment, and then we're using our main skill. So we're using Concealment, procs this for 75% more damage on Death Trap. Then we have Candy, more non-physical damage, and then of course no Witness Board. Makes sense together with Ambush. I haven't even, yeah, I'm barely like, I barely have enough points to actually get the bonus right here. So yeah, again, it's all outlined in the build guide, and thanks to Sanctum for writing it so detailed, also with like questions down below and everything. And I just want to show you how it works right now. And you can see our armor is pretty poor. I want to use the armor incense, so we have like stacked armor. I'm just doing like tier 54 because again, resistances and stuff is really poor, but I probably could still like do it, like the Torment 4. And I forgot to change my mercenary, but it doesn't matter, as you will see. So what I'm doing is with Blade Shift, I'm just stacking the momentum stacks. You can just, you know, hit the air, and then we get 10 stacks momentum, and you can see now I have 230 energy, which is not enough, but it's still okay. And I'm using, whoops, didn't use Concealment that time. And then I'm using Eldritch Bounty. I'm activating Eldritch Bounty with my dash, like using Shadow Imbuement and then dash, and then you're just alternating between Concealment and Death Trap. And now every second Death Trap will guaranteed overpower because I don't have enough resource to stack my Banished Lord's Talisman to stack 275. And you see ever so slightly I have a little bit of cooldown on my Death Trap, so it's not clean yet, but again, I'm missing max resources. So every now and then you want to dash with Shadow Imbuement, so you get that Eldritch Bounty, 30% more shadow damage. I'm actually not doing like the cleanest job right here, but I guess you get the picture. It is super strong. And unfortunately I expect this to maybe get nerfed because you saw my gear is not like that fantastic, and this can still scale a lot. And I saw footage where someone with Paragon 140 does Pit 105 with this, so it's just insane. So right now my goal is to get the gear pieces. I mean, I need the Beastfall boots with GA on max resource, and then I need a helmet with max resource GA, and then we're good. And then you actually see on the build guide that there is no maxed out resistances because we are stacking a lot of damage reduction on the build. It's actually not needed to have maxed out resistances in the end, which feels a bit weird, but I guess when it works, right? We're also kind of semi-range. I mean, I can go into range like this, dealing even more, like 30% more damage. And you can see there was 965 million right there. It's insane. And yeah, this is the build. Hop on board until it works. It's also really fun. It's not only like broken or something, it's also fun, at least to me. It needs some specific gear pieces, so there's a bit of a entry level to that, but then it's actually easy to navigate. So yeah, hope you liked this kind of video. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck, have fun, and goodbye.